Hello everyone. In this video we are going to discuss about Mori machine. So Mori machine is a finite state machine whose output depend on only the present state. So Mori machine is a finite state machine, and in this the output will depend only on the present state. So you can understand it clearly in the example. And this Mori machine also can use like, or it can be described by six tuples. Those are q, sigma, 0, delta, x and q naught. So here in place of this you can take del also. So this symbol is called as del. Okay, this symbol is called as del and this is delta. So now q indicate the finite set of states, and sigma indicates the finite set of symbols called input alphabet, and this delta indicates it is a finite set of symbols called output alphabet, whereas sigma is the input transition like delta is the input transition where delta gives q into epsilon, where delta gives q into sigma gives q. And the next x, so x is the output transition function where x implies q tends to o, and q naught is the initial state from where any input is processed. So that q of n implies q. So here let's take the example here. This is the state table of Mori machine. So in this we have considering present state, next state and output. So in the next state we are taking the we are taking two inputs, input 0 and input 1. So we are considering here four states A, B, C and D. So A, on taking input 0 it moves to state B, and A on taking input 1 it moves to state C, and the output we get as x2. And B, as taking input 0 it will be in state B, and B on taking input 1 it is in state D, and the output will be x1. And C on taking input 0 it will reach to state C, and C on taking input 1 it goes to state D, and the output will be x2. And D on taking input 0 it will go to state D, and taking as input 1 it will move to state D, and the output will be x3. So here we can see the state diagram here. So in the Mori machine the output will depend on the present state. So here in the state itself we will describe our output, or we are going to mention our output in the state itself. In the present state itself we are going to mention the output. So now let's see A on taking input 0. So A on taking input 0 it is reaching to state B. So A on taking input 0 it is reaching to state B, and the output is x2. Okay. So now B on taking input 1. So B on taking input 1 it is reaching state D. Okay. So B on taking input 1 it is reaching state D. Okay. And the output is x1. Now C on taking input 0 it is reaching C. Now C on taking input 0 it is reaching state C, and the output is x2, and the output is x2. And C on taking input 1 it is reaching state D. C on taking input 1 it is reaching state D, and the output is x3. Okay. Now D on taking input 0 it is reaching to state D. D On taking input 0, it is reaching the same state D and the output is X3. Clear? So this is our Moore emission.